Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing: single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about the last bourbon person that we hung out with. My name is Miss Becca Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, as well as our special guests, Katie Joyce, Jeff Andresi, and Jason Browner.
Hey gang, what's up?
Howdy.
Hello.
Hey, everyone.
Hey-o, hey-o. So yeah, we're going to be talking today about the last bourbon person we hung out with. So that should be fun. We'll tap into what everybody's been doing, who they've been hanging out with, that type of thing. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, though, Katie said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, Katie?
Yes. So I'd like to know what pisses you off when you're traveling, not just in general with the general public, but the people you're traveling with. So like you're going through the airport or you're on a long road trip. What are the things that just really grind your gears of the people that you are with? So your family, your friends you're traveling with.
Okay.
Ooh.
I always say, look around. If you're at an event with a group and stuff like that, and always make a point to say, who are we waiting for? And then make sure when you get down to one person you're waiting for, or sometimes it's a couple, and point out who are we waiting for? And they'll be like, oh, so-and-so's missing. So Jeff and the artist or whatever, whoever it is. And I'll be like, guess what? This whole trip, guess who we're going to be waiting for every single time? And you know what? That is right like 99.99% of the time. The person that you're waiting for on the first part of the trip is going to be the person you're waiting for during the middle of it and at the end of it as well. That's something that I like to point out because it angers me. Yeah, their time is not more important than mine. It's not.
That's good. That's fair.
Okay.
I like how gingerly you said it, just because it angers me.
Yeah. The people don't even know. I don't address it with them. I'm just, because I want to point out, because I just want everyone else to know, and then to make a point of it, because then the next day we might be meeting to go do something else, and they're going to look at it and be like, who are we waiting for? Oh, he said that yesterday, and it's going to keep happening. So, yeah, I always point that out. Yeah.
I thought you'd go with the those that want to know what the exact plan is because they expect you to have all the answers. That one pisses you off too.
It does. If I'm putting the event on, yeah. Depending on what the situation is, if I've lined all that out. I also have a steel trap memory. If you've asked me that stuff, so a lot of people will say, "What's going on?" I need to know what's happened on breakfast on Saturday. I'm like, we're 2 months out from the breakfast on that Saturday. Why do you need to know that? Well, I just like to know what's going on. So then I'll go ahead and spend the time. And then, by the way, when we get live on the trip, it'll be Friday. And they're like, what are we doing for breakfast tomorrow? I'll be like, you MFer. So yeah. That kind of stuff
breakfast for you now. You asked too many times.
That kind of stuff can just send me over the edge. I don't do real well with that. They'll get the horns.
I end up being the person who everyone's like, well, what are we doing?
Right.
And they're like, Becca, what are we doing?
Becca, what are we doing?
Where are we going to then?
Right.
And I'm like, why the fuck are you asking me? Because I'm not necessarily, I have before complained on occasion about because we've gone somewhere stupid, but for the most part, I'm like, I don't like, how the fuck should I know?
Right.
Where should we go eat at? And I'm like, I don't fuck. Why am I the one that's being asked all these questions? And it's not by just my husband. It's by like everyone. And I'm like, why am I the one asking? And then at the end, I'm like, hey, are we trying to go? Can we get out of here, please? Can we
Right.
get an Uber? We got to get going. Because although Steve doesn't think so, I am generally the one's like, we need to leave now. I'm like, we got to get going
Oh, I know
now.
what goes on. I go know what goes on
Yeah,
with the
and
Neelys.
all the time. I'm like, can we please get going? Because I don't like to be the one that poor Steve is like, well, we're waiting on them again. Because I
Yeah.
don't like being that person. I think it sucks. And so I don't, unless like there's a difference between like meeting up, like, oh, we're all gonna meet here and we'll be getting some drinks. Like there's a difference between like that and being like, we're trying to go somewhere
Right.
and we have
Yeah.
like a time, like when there's a time limit on something or like there's a start time for things,
I agree.
be on time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I'll tell you what, I get really fucking pissed off about flying when people don't want to be on time to the airport.
Uh-huh.
Um
Wait, so are you an early airport arriver?
I am right in the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
I do
Okay,
not
that's fair.
I do not like being too early. I do not like being too late. And
Okay.
I'm so much so like that that I have an exact time that I want to leave the house so we can get there exactly at the time that I want to be there so that I have enough time to go to a bar, get a drink, and get something to eat prior to the flight.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I have an exact time that I want to get there so that I don't feel rushed. If something does happen, then okay, I'm not going to get a drink, but I want to have enough time generally to be able to grab a drink at the bar in the airport or get something to eat. But if something has happened in like security or something, I'll be okay, and like life is fine. So I do, but I hate being like, oh my God, am I going to be able to check my bag? And it be
Right.
because someone in my household,
Right.
can't say who, but because someone in my
Only
household,
two people in your
The
house.
cat.
someone in my household's like, oh, I need to do this still. I need to do this still. And I'm like,
Right.
we don't have time. Airplanes will leave.
Right.
There is not time to be wasted because when I said we have to leave the house at 8:37, it's because I know that we need to get there at this time and then we'll be on, like, it'll be okay. I didn't mean we can leave at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Boy, that fucking pisses me off. And then I get in a bad mood, and then it's like, well, you're in a bad mood every time we travel. You're in a bad mood. Every time you're late.
Right. Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jeff, how about you?
Yeah, I
gets
think
you?
all of mine are self-induced.
Okay.
So one thing that drives me nuts is we'll have a group, no one can decide where they want to eat. Well, my guess is it's because they picked something and I said, oh, that was the fucking stupidest place I've ever heard
Okay,
of.
okay.
So I'm wondering if it's that, but that's
You
probably the one
complaining
thing.
all the time?
What's that?
Yeah.
Are you the complainer on the trip?
I don't think so.
Well, if you say that, number one, either you need to take a leadership role and say, "Hey, I'd like to go here," or just say, "Hey, we're going here," or if you're just like you pick it, and if they pick it, so be it. Then that's on you.
I think you're right, Stephen. There's one perfect example of the artist will remind me of. I said, I'm not going to pick the pizza. And then
Right.
she picks the pizza. I said, "Oh God, I hate that." And it's
Right.
like that's on me.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Your problem.
I know. I am.
That's the worst. Is you won't say. We'll go.
Yeah, I don't
"Well,
care.
then where
Whatever.
do
Get whatever you want."
Then where do you want to go? I don't fucking care. Okay, then we're gonna go to Captain Tony's. Oh God, I fucking hate Captain Tony's. Okay, so then we'll go to the Half Shell. I fucking hate that place. I don't like any of their food. Then give me a place to go.
Yeah.
I earned some of it, not all of it. Some
Oh
of it.
boy, yeah. Royce is always asking me like, "Well, where do you want to go eat at in Key West?" And I'm like, "I fucking don't eat most of food here."
Right.
Do they have like? I'm like, do they have a fucking? Do they have a Caesar salad there? Like that? Is there something for people that don't eat seafood at the place you want to go to? That's my only thing.
That's your thing.
So like, it really and almost like I'm like, just where do you want to go, and I will find something to eat there.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Keep off the anchovies off that Caesars.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them.
I will always get them.
Yeah. Jason, what do you think? You're traveling, and you do some group travel. So, what pisses you
used
off?
to do a lot more than I do now.
Right, you do a little bit still.
What I really got sick of is just herding cats.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like people are just going here, going there. We've got to be here. We got to be here. We've got to be here. By this
Don't you hate the
time,
types like the Kathy Cool's like, well, what if they don't like that? I'm like, no. If I'm gonna get this thing together, you're just gonna go where I want to go, or
Right.
Yeah, you can't sit there and worry about everybody, unless they should take the lead then, right?
And anybody that is high maintenance on a trip is, that's out.
Right. Yeah.
Just, I don't know. Between those two things, I think that
gets you going. All right. Katie, you asked the question. What's your answer?
Yeah. Many things. Well, one, I'm grateful that my husband and I travel well together. It makes life
you're good. You're
much
good
better.
traveling partners. Yeah.
God, my first husband was a nervous traveler, and it drove me nuts.
Right.
But the airport style. It sounds like I probably am more similar to in Becca's house, the Royce that shall not be named.
Right.
And that I've got this time we're supposed to be leaving, and then I think of 3 other things I need to do at the house before I leave.
Right.
And I'm usually pushing it, but I've never missed a flight. Like it's been fine.
Okay.
And my bags always get there. And so on the way down to Florida, John came a day later, but I flew the same flight as my brother. And so I asked him if we going to ride to the airport together. He said, yeah. He goes, all right, be to my house between 7:30 and 7:45 in the morning. And in my mind, I was like, I wasn't going to leave my house until 8:30 if I was going on my own. And I live 20 minutes further from the airport than him. And so I'm like, oh, okay. But I did, and I was there at 7:43, so I was within the time range he gave me. So I did good. And I had left some cardboard boxes on the counter and like 3 other things that like I didn't get done. So I left this list for John. I was like, well, I left on time for the airport, so here's a list of things that you have to do now.
Okay.
But the things that really piss me off with people I'm traveling with, one, the people who can't get the vibe. Because sometimes there's a chill vibe. Sometimes there's the we're getting up and going vibe.
Yeah.
Who can't read that vibe.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
Really good one.
And it changes within trips and different trips. And so you got to be able to
day
read
by day basis. It could even be a morning to night basis.
Yeah, absolutely. The other ones would be people who don't make decisions and then you step up and do it and then they complain or
AKA Jeff.
question it.
Right. I did
and
that.
I'm like, listen, if you want to make the decision because you have an opinion, go for it. If not, I am happy to make the decision always. I will step up and do that. But you cannot question or complain that, especially the questioning with my family. That one gets really bad. And then the other one is the people who overbook events like in vacation. If they're like, well, at 8:00 we're doing this, and at 8:30 at 8:45 we're doing this and this and that. But if they want to do that, that's cool. It's their vacation too. But the ones that piss me off are the ones that then get upset if I don't want to do everything with them.
Yup.
Because I'm like, that's great. You can do all that. I'm gonna stay at the 8:30 and I'll catch up with you at noon.
Do those things.
So that was how last time I was in Vegas with my brother and sister-in-law. My sister-in-law is the over planner of like, listen, I plan on being up at the casino until like 3 or 4 a.m. I don't want to meet you for breakfast at 8 a.m. Like I don't want to do that. So
and
then part of it, like planning meals every 4 hours. I'm like, I'm not going to be hungry yet. And I'm like, when am I supposed to gamble in this
when it's time to
eat for Vegas?
Yes.
So I was like, well, we're just going to skip this one or this one. And then she like makes a deal about it. And I'm like, listen, I was like, I appreciate that you found these things to do and you suggested these meals and we had some fantastic meals when we were there, but please do not get upset when I want to work at my pace. And I'm just like, that's cool. I'll just skip out on a few of those things and I'll meet you later. We're good.
It's the very type A people on the trips that can be, they're very good and very bad at the same time because like, they will remember to do some things that you need to do. And we had one of those on a trip that I'm not going to say because people would figure out who it is. But we had one of those on a trip and like she booked a tour and then she lied about it too, about like what time it actually started at, which was weird. And it was like, oh, we're going to do this. And I was like, okay. And then I walked away and then I found out there was like an argument while I was not there about what was actually going on. And I got back and I was like, well, there's like the vibe was weird. This is the night before we were going to go do this little tour. And the vibe was weird. And I was like, what is going on? And my other friend's like, apparently this thing that she had booked that she told us it starts at 10. We have to leave at like 9 or at 6:45 in the morning.
What?
And so then I just went, "Hey, we're not going on that." And she's like, "Well, it's already booked." I said,
Okay.
"Well, see if you can get the money back for it." And she's like, "They probably won't." And I said, "That's fine. We'll pay you back for it." I said, "But we're on vacation. I'm not getting up at 6:45." And she
Right.
just shut up after that, which was nice because she was, I guess, scared of me, which is fine with me if that was what was going to work to get her. Because she was like attacking everyone else while I was gone. And then I got back and she didn't say anything when I got back. And I was like, "We're not doing that. So, like,
No.
don't bring it up again." Because we're
Yeah.
not fucking doing that. That's the thing that pisses me off. People booking shit too fucking early in the morning.
Yes.
Right.
Dude,
And
no.
and every group trip needs the voice of reason. They need the person who will like not force people to over plan, but then when something comes up that's absolutely ridiculous, who will be the voice who's like, no, people are not getting up at 6:45. Just no, that's not happening.
On
Like every group
vacation?
needs that voice.
6:45 on vacation? Fuck that. I'm not getting up at 6:45 for almost anything.
Right. Right.
Like certain types of trips, maybe I'll have to be
Yeah, I
up
could do
before
it. I
then
could
for
do
my
it.
It
flight.
better
I'm an
be
early
the
bird.
coolest thing that I'm ever gonna do if I'm getting up that early. Like it better be to like because it's the only flight to get there. That's the only reason I'll have an early morning flight. Or it better be like the coolest thing ever that we're going to do. Even then, it really is gonna depend for me.
Yeah.
But boy.
That's why beach vacations are the best because there's no itinerary. You just go to the beach.
Oh yeah.
When you have notice, it's much better than the surprise too. The
Oh, that and
6:45.
that's what was crazy. This fucking bitch was gonna lie to us about it until like we got back to the hotel that night, and I was like, "We never would have." She's like, "Well, I told you guys it was early," and I was like, "No, you said we had to leave at like this time." She's like, "Well, like that's when we have to get to the place, but the bus ride takes 2 hours to get there," and I'm like, "Bus ride 2 hours on vacation?
Bus
Fuck
ride.
you! There's no fucking
No.
way."
That's the work. I had friends that we went on a trip with them to Dominican and they wanted to do excursions. And I'm like, okay, I will do an excursion. Happy to do it. But the bus ride has to be less than 45 minutes. I was like, and
Exactly.
even that is pushing it. Really? I want them to claim it's under half an hour.
Yeah.
Because I have done that before where you have like this 2 hour bus ride at the end. And I'm like, I am paying for a resort right now. And instead I shove myself on this unair conditioned bus for 2 hours.
No.
Right.
Absolutely not. What good way to ruin an entire vacation?
You ruined it.
Root.
Ruined it. So yeah, there you go.
Lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. So on that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start this time with Miss Becca Sue. Miss Becca Sue, what do you got there?
I've got a fresh bottle again. I'm just trying to really win this thing tonight.
Okay.
I got a fresh bottle here of just our regular Neely out of our 25s.
Okay. Wow.
Ooh.
Wowzers. I don't see that getting
shaking
beat.
his head.
She's on fire tonight.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Katie, what are you drinking? Because I know you're not cork
Yes.
popping because you're on
Thanks
vacation.
to the bar to go purchase at the ABV Barrel Shop. I
Before
am
you
drinking
before you crack it open, what was the emblem you took for the little clasp on your bar to go?
Girls Who Drink Bourbon. It was
Girls Who
already done and ready at the barrel shop
Yeah.
in one of the baskets.
Yeah. How
Very,
about
very
that?
cool.
Because Steve knows best.
I know best.
So I have Boxing Bear Cow Camp.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Jason, you're next. What do you got?
You know, I'm troubled that I don't have any fresh bottles either. I don't know.
Say,
what
what
they're on.
cannon do you have, Jason, to compete with Becca?
Yeah.
This is the Buzzard Juiced Cigar Bourbon.
Okay. Almost
Publix.
empty. Almost empty.
Publix in Florida.
Okay. Nothing there. Nothing. No life left in that cork. All right. Jeff, you're next. Miss Becca Sue has the lead.
Bottle of 7-year-old Yellowstone Kristen's pick that I happen to be
Okay.
on the barrel pick for.
Okay. Woo, Katie, who has the lead now?
Shoot.
That was really good. That was really good.
Okay, so I feel like Becca's had a little more bass tone to it, but just had that like crispness of like the tiniest little squeak as it came out with the louder pop at the end. But I think I prefer the bass, so I think I'm going to have to go with
Okay.
Becca.
All right. Jeff, you have to live with that.
I do have to live with the wrongness of that, but
You do.
No matter
I'm
how
sorry.
wrong that may be, you have
We
to
have
live.
no appeals here on the Bourbon
Right,
Daily.
exactly. That's it. We went to the judge. That's it. I've got Hardin's Creek here, Golden Origins, special one here. Got to remove the leather belt so I can then properly open this up. All right. And let's see. Here we go. No, not enough. Not enough.
Normal day, that would be a great pop, though.
That wouldn't be bad, but congratulations to Becca on the victory.
Becca, cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be dishing a little scoop here. Who's the last bourbon person we've hung out with? We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. Oh, man, that was bad. Whiskey down the wrong pipe. Help me.
Careful. And you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about the last bourbon person we hung out with.
Yes, we are. Anybody want to share a bourbon person they've hung out with? Go ahead, Jeff.
I'll go first because I don't get many opportunities.
Okay.
Stick with me here. So the last person I technically hung out with was you, Steve, when we did the Buffalo Trace. But
Nice.
But judging by who's on the show, I'm gonna go and say Becca, because we got to hang out at Neely Family Distillery the day before, and that visit was more, better, all the good stuff. So she's
More
trumping
better.
you.
More
She's
better.
trumping you.
More better. Okay.
He got to hug the icon. So
Got to hug the icon. It was a great day.
He's got a hat, his Day of Atonement.
Day of Atonement hat. I don't know if you noticed that, Becca. You've got
I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah,
Day of
that
Atonement.
was a good day
That was
for
a good
me.
day.
I don't know if it was for you, but it was a good day for me.
Bring her,
Lost that day.
opened Werther's candies from his desk drawer, all that kind of stuff.
Right,
What a beautiful-
right out of my pocket.
What a beautiful moment that was. So yeah, okay, all right. So he hung out with Becca. That's his answer. That's his official answer.
That's my official answer. I'm sticking with it.
Okay. Jason, you hang out with a lot of bourbon people. There's so many bourbon people that come in your place.
Yeah.
Just being behind the bar, you're going to be hanging out with a who's who of bourbon. Who's the last one you hung out with?
Actually, I stopped by Taj 2.0 on the way home from the distillery the other day, and Bernie was setting up to play at Seven, which is the bar next door. And,
Okay.
so we had a drink at the Taj 2.0 and caught up, and
Bernie's a cool one to hang out with.
yeah, I don't know, did we try to get a card game going? I'll send you the dates,
Okay.
and we're just catching up on all that stuff. I don't know whether he said he was going to New Orleans or not.
I heard he wasn't.
No,
Yeah.
Bernie's not going. Are you going?
No.
No, we don't have a distributor down there,
Please
Okay.
get one.
which is miserable.
Huh.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it this
You're
year.
allowed to go, Jason.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Yeah,
It's not
Bernie said
happening.
he's not going.
It's not happening. All right.
But yeah, Bernie was last one.
Bernie's the last one. That's a good one. That's a good one for sure. Last one I hung out with was Adam Stumpf. Adam and I are working on these cool projects. It's just a fun thing that we've been doing together, working on these different whiskey releases with some very cool finishes and stuff like that. It's been fun just to sit down with him and talk about different ideas, and then we get the stuff in, and then we work on it, we taste it, and we're like, what else could we do? It's been incredibly fun. And, he asked for my input. And I always feel like, hey, you're the whiskey guy, but I've been able to contribute by getting some of the stuff that we had to utilize, which is kind of cool. I know a guy that does honey in Florida. I got some palmetto honey that we put in a barrel and stuff like that. So, I've been able to have some contributions into this, which has been pretty awesome. And we're getting ready to release our first one, which is this incredible barrel. We're just waiting on the labeling to come in, and it's really cool. It's got features the barrel that had the palmetto honey in it, and also had a honey kolsch from a guy who's won a bunch of awards for his whiskey. And then Adam came up with an idea. We tasted. He's like, "This is great. I think we could do one more thing." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "What if we got some wood from an orange tree and toasted it, and put that in the vat that we've got it sitting in right now, ready to bottle and see what happens?" And I'm like, "I guess so. Let's try it out and see what happens." And it was fantastic. It finished it. It was like, this could never be matched by anybody. This is the coolest thing ever. And we're working on 2 or 3 other ones. And so once we get that first one out, we got more in the way, and it's just been fun to kind of just work on that kind of stuff. And we're just doing little amounts too, like 10-gallon barrels and stuff. So it's not a huge amount that we're doing. So it'll be 50 to, I think we got a 15-gallon barrel coming up. 50 to 70 bottles. It's not an overwhelming amount. So we're having fun.
That sounds great.
That really
That's
fits in with
exciting.
your article today, Steve, in the Zeppelin that came out on finishes. I mean, that just you're trying to accent the whiskey. You're trying to
Right.
You're not trying to overpower it and make it about the finish. It's just what can we do to this wonderful, beautiful whiskey that's already
It just
here.
enhances it. Yeah, in a fun way. So, and I hate when everyone does the exact same thing. We don't need another Amberana. We don't need it. We don't need, there's so many of them that are just, to me, they're done. They played out. And there's so many different takes you can have on this. So this little project we're working on is about what else could you do? Let's get creative with things. That's not always wait to see what everyone else is doing and then just copy that. Let's try some of our own things. So that's what we're doing. So, yeah, it's kind of fun. Katie, how about you? Who's the last bourbon person you hung out with?
Yeah, with Steve would be so at the shop would be the
Yeah,
last.
we worked a shift together, which was awesome.
Yeah. And then actually, I have been at the barrel shop somewhat frequently so far this year. I'm kind of proud of myself. I have
Yeah.
not had 2 boxes of bottles waiting for me
Right.
yet. And so
Yeah.
I've been
Then
doing
you hung
well.
out. You could say he's a bourbon person at this point. Jim Gaffigan, you hung out with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. So that was the most recent event. So
Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan talked about the Father Time, talked about his pick with Jason for the Buzzard Drews. So That was a great event.
That was an
would be my most
incredible
recent.
event. That was
It really was.
that might have been our best event ever.
Yes.
Just an amazing thing. So special. 40 people got to hang out with Jim Gaffigan for more than an hour, and not only that, afterwards you went shopping, which you think it's fun to hang out with him, but then you get to see him shopping and what he's
And
interested
he had
in.
a whole box and another bag.
Right, yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, it was cool. Cool for sure.
So my other last one at a distillery. I thought it was our Starlight, which was back in like October, but I forgot Thanksgiving. So,
with
because
Demetrius.
we're with Royce and Becca for the Starlight Day,
Right.
But then a little bit more recently, that we did have our Thanksgiving pick with Demetrius at Nobleton's. So
those are always fun for sure. How about you, Miss Becca Sue? Last bourbon person you've hung out with?
When did you last see yourself or your husband?
Royce Neely. I saw Royce Neely on Friday.
You drove to the airport. That's hanging out.
I drove him to the airport.
Macaulay Minton stayed with
for
you.
him to get there an hour and 1 minute before his flight. But.
Macaulay Minton and Royce Neely were the last bourbon people who I hung out with.
Okay.
Before then, though, I'm trying to think. Honestly, I think before that it would have been like, God, it would have been like Bourbon Festival, I think.
Okay.
Last
been a
time I
while.
saw anybody. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen.
No one's popped in the distillery recently?
So Barry Breiniger was actually at the distillery today.
Okay.
But
that counts.
I was not down
You
there.
weren't there. Well, that doesn't count if you're not there.
So that doesn't count.
Was he applying for a job?
I'm unsure of what he just said. Message Roy said he was gonna be popping in. I was up here in my pajamas, so
Gotcha.
did not get down there.
That's his new thing. I like the social media campaign he's done. What's my next job? And it's been fun for sure.
He sent over a photo. Let's see if it'll pop up here in my message.
Okay, we'll see if we got that.
Barry Breiniger.
Did he get to hug the icon?
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, okay.
Missed out.
So Barry Breiniger was there today with I think some people from Larrikin were down there as well.
Larrikin, yeah, interesting. So fun times. So there you go. There's just some insight into who we are and who we hang out with. So I think that's fun stuff, right?
Did I mention that I hung out with Becca?
Oh yeah, a lot, very much so.
Okay.
Yeah. I like your friend that got on you because you were not happy when you were hanging out with Becca, and he told you.
I like that guy too.
Adjust your attitude.
I like that everyone fucking piled in on him too. On
Right.
that one.
Jeff's there. He's pissed off. She's not.
No, I was
all of her attention
terrified.
to him. Yeah.
I was terrified. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah. And he's like, well, maybe if you not go in with that look and attitude, maybe she'd be more open to seeing.
Exactly right.
Very true.
Now, hopefully, I will be hanging out with some bourbon people here pretty soon because I'll be down in New Orleans. I guess let's see when does this come out. So in a couple weeks, when this comes out, I'll be down in New Orleans, so I'll be seeing a bunch of bourbon people.
You're seeing a bunch of people. There
But
you go.
apparently no one's going. So.
No one's going. No, Jason's not going.
Yep, Jason won't be there.
No.
I wish.
There you go. All right, on that note, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can always find me on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
Katie?
You can find me over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right. Jason, finish strong. What do you got?
I am the Bluegrass Bourbon Baron on Instagram.
Okay.
Bourbon Redneck on TikTok. And then we've got the Bourbons and Buzzard's Rooster on all the platforms.
Have you considered any names that maybe don't have a bunch of B's in them? To say?
I have not.
He's
Bistro.
struggling.
We'll throw in the bistro since he didn't.
You are not helping yourself here.
Right. Yeah, fair enough. All right, Miss Becca Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Becca Sue, 1K, no C's.
People don't pay attention to that, though. They still give you the C's for some reason.
No one has any fucking idea. They don't listen to anything I say.
No.
They still spell my name fucking wrong. No H on the end, by the way.
Right.
No one listens. No one pays attention these days. So, whatever. Fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Exactly.
Bravo, Echo, Kilo,
Yeah.
Alpha.
No. So for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley across all social media. ABVnetwork.com is the website where we can find our content. And last but not least, ABVBarrelShop.com. That's all the information about the Barrel Shop and what's going on there. Miss Becca Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Y'all come back.
Bye.
Now.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.